Could you just give us a quick rundown on who Luke is, where you're from, what you do, and that kind of thing?
Yeah, man. So, obviously, my name's Luke. From Sydney. Been a PT now for 5 years, but before that, I was a Sparky for about 10. But yeah, been my passion, help people through weight loss and through their training, and just help them as much as I can. Pretty much. That's pretty
Nice,
much
man.
me.
Nice. And I think we've been working together for a year and a half now. Is that how long it would be?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a while. It's been a minute. Yeah, damn. And during that time frame, what kind of results have you achieved?
Well, look, like from where I first started, I was working for a face-to-face gym setup, and I think that's when we first started speaking, like came back from my honeymoon there. Look, I was doing 40, 50 hours on the gym floor. And like I look back on it now, I was probably making pennies.
Mm.
And going from that moment to where I am now, of having, I think this year for the last 6 months, I've had consistent 20K months. And I'm not working 50-hour weeks. Like I'm probably working like a quarter of the time.
Nice.
So yeah, I would say that's a pretty good result that I've that I've knocked over in the space of a year and a half.
Yeah. Fully online now as well, right?
Yeah, fully online. Been fully online. Fuck, I'm gonna say like May last year. I think.
Yeah. Fuck, you went online pretty fast, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember there was a whole thing about I'll try to do both, and I remember you said no, you're not gonna be able to do both. And sure enough, I think May or June rolled around. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely not doing both. And but yeah,
Yeah.
couldn't
That's awesome, bro.
best thing I ever did that. Yeah.
And last couple of months, consistent 20, 25K months. I know that's for sure. How many active clients do you have on the books at the moment, roughly?
Currently sitting at 65.
Sick.
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah.
Not enough, but sick.
Well, we'll get more. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And dude, obviously we went through a period where you were working in the gym and partly online as well. Before we started to really get the online thing cranking, how was life for you at that point? You're working 40, 50 hours. Give us a bit more insights.
I think, look, working like those long hours on gym floor, you're obviously like for most PTs, you're waking up at fuck 3:30, 4 a.m. for your 5 a.m. clients. Obviously financially, I wasn't in a great position for where I wanted to be, but I think more in terms of like where I was at for my stress levels. Like I was going into work every day, feeling shitty, feeling tired, like not really feeling motivated. But it was just like, no, this is just what you have to do as a PT to get from A
Mm,
to B. And obviously having that mindset of, you go up your company ladder, you know, you work your way up to management, like that was the process. I guess that's where I was at. I was really tired and I thought that's where I had to go in life. But I guess it wasn't the case. I wasn't to be.
mm. And money aside, like obviously now, if you condense the year and a half of us working together, we've gone fully online, making some pretty good recurring revenue at the moment, which is great. Money and business aside, how is life looking and feeling for you? I'm pretty sure you're like cruising at the moment, right?
It's pretty good. Play play golf. Well, last week I played golf 3 times, so that was pretty good. But normally playing golf, like I think the best way to say it is like I have the time and freedom where now if I want to go play golf on a Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock, I can. I've
Mm,
never ever been able to have that flexibility and freedom. If I wanted to jump in my van and go away somewhere on a Thursday evening, I can. If I wanted to pick up my business and go to Greece, which I'm doing in August, I can. Um, and
nice.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess like thinking of it like that, money aside, like just having that freedom where I can literally do whatever the fuck I want. Uh, like even today, I went did a PT session out of Alexandria at 1 o'clock, and it's like, yeah, I can do that. Sweet, it's my life. I can schedule anything I want to, and that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. That's the real sort of outcome I think most people are looking for when they want to build this online business is to do shit like that.
100%.
Epic, dude. And man, we've obviously worked on quite a lot over the last 18 months together. But if you were to boil it down into like 2 to 3 core steps or things that we have focused on together, what would those be?
I think the most important one before I started doing more of an online coaching is really just finding your niche and nailing that down. From the outside looking in, when I was a face to face PT, I was like, yep, I'm going to help you lose 10 kilos. fucking busy professional men, like just the
Yeah.
same generic shit that you see there. And well, yeah, sorry, but it's the truth.
It's the
But
truth, bro. It's true. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I've realized that you've got to go deeper on it. Like, who do you actually want to train? Uh, who do you resonate with? And I got pretty lucky in the sense that I used to be a tradie, and then that niche just fell into my lap really
Mm,
well. But that was so important because you got to stand out in this industry, and if you're not nailing that niche, you're going to struggle, or you're going to be just fucking scratching your head 6 months in, going like, "Well, why is no clients signing up to me?" So that was probably the most important thing. Um, for me as well, like setting up like ads on Instagram. I I'm so fucking illiterate when it comes to technology. So I think it's so like I wouldn't have any idea like how to set any of this shit up. So just having that process of running through like this is how you're gonna set your ad up, this is the script that's gonna work. And I mean, I think the proof's in the pudding. It
mm,
worked pretty well. So that was something I found really important. And I think the other thing is just like understanding that you can be the best coach in the world, but you need to have a good back end system to leverage your time.
mm,
Uh, Otherwise, you almost find, there's probably been times in the program where I found myself until I've leveraged that time, but you find yourself working even harder for your own business. But then it's all about no, if we put this in place and do this, you can all of a sudden like free stuff up. And then now instead of you spending hours a week doing a task, you can then mitigate that to like a 5 minute sort of task using a back end system. And then all of a sudden now you've got more time to do what you want. So
mm.
they're probably
Go
the
play
big three
golf.
things that, yeah, or driving range or PT
Yeah.
sessions or whatever you want.
Yeah. And when you say PT sessions, you're going and getting PT'd, right?
Correct. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
doing
Just
PT
clear that
sessions.
one up.
Haven't. Yeah, yeah. Haven't stepped foot to do face to face PT in probably 12 months. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice. Nice, man. Nice. Well, dude, it's been really cool to see your success over the last 18 months. And I don't want you to sit here and just pump up my tires, but how has the experience been as a whole since we've worked together?
um, like I said, Josh, when I came to you, fuck man, like I had no idea what I was doing, and if I reflect on what it's been like in the last 18 months, however long we've been working together, like it's been fucking awesome. Like you've taught me how to do everything that I've needed to run a business. But you've also showed me like when things aren't going right, this is what you have to do to pivot and adjust to make sure
Mm,
things are going back on track. It's not just like, here's the work, see you later. There's so many more steps to it. And you've kind of been that, well, not kind of, you have been that guy along the way that's just been able to guide me and get me from A to B. So yeah, I wouldn't be here without you, that's for sure. I'd be fucking probably still doing face to face 40
yeah.
hours a week
Yeah.
at a gym.
Yeah. Well, man, I gave you the gun and the bullets. You still pulled the trigger. So it's been a team effort, but you're the one driving the boat, which is epic. Dude, I'm really proud of you and the results that you've pulled off. And I are saying that, from a genuine standpoint, like you've had some huge success in it probably feels like a long time for you, but in quite a short time frame. Like it took me, I think, about 18 months to go fully online myself. It took us like 4 months, 5 months, something like that, probably even less. I think it was like maybe 3 or 4 months, which is crazy. And then to get to 20, 25K months consistently is also a huge sort of glass ceiling that a lot of people can't break through. So, man, well done. I'm really proud of you. And I'm looking forward to seeing the continued growth over the coming months when we keep working together.
100%. 30K, baby.
Let's
30K.
go. Let's go. Well, dude, thank you for taking the time to jump on today. And I'll speak to you soon.
All good. Thanks, mate.